Hello. This is Matt Coast here, and today we're doing a live stream that is called the 8 text messages that you can send a guy, sweet good night text messages to send a guy that will keep him thinking about you all night long. So if you want if you want some things to text a guy so that you can so that he'll be thinking about you all night, you're in the right spot right now. So hello everyone. Hi, if you're here, make sure you say hi in the chat. I love oh, I'm looking nice. Thank you. So if you're here in the chat, make sure you say hi. I appreciate it when you say hi. So today we're going to be talking about these different text messages. And so this isn't one of those videos about if things are going wrong or something. This is if things are going well and you're in a conversation with a guy. And maybe some of these are not in conversations with a guy, but you can send them to him even if you aren't texting back and forth a lot that day. But some of them are. We'll talk about each one and how you can use those with him. So thank you everybody for being here. Hello. Hi, Heather. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Maria. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Sophie. Ooh, from Poland. Cool. Patricia. Hey, Doreen. Hello. Thank you for being here. And so let's get started with these. So the first one that we're going to be talking about is this first one. I want you to kind of get the essence of it, because if you're like in a conversation with a guy over text and you start sending him this, he may start responding before you get to the end of it. And so I want you to kind of get the the essence of this text message, so that when you're sending it to him, you can send it and you can kind of improv off of it. Some of these text messages, I was talking to a woman in our community the other day who was saying that she took the 40 text message document and sent every single text message to the guy that she was talking to. And she said that he loved it and he was like really excited about it. And he was just totally into it. You don't have to do that. You don't have to I mean, if you want to, you can obviously cut and paste. But it's more just for giving you ideas for what to say and how to say things than it is for necessarily being like, this is what you say and this is all you can say and whatever. Okay, so for this first one, it goes like this. You make me feel so safe, so comfortable, like I can tell you anything. Good night, although I really don't want to go, but I should let you get some sleep. Good night for real this time, right? And so that's kind of cut up into different kind of text messages that you'd send. If you've been talking to a guy and you start sending him this, though, there's a good chance that he's going to start replying quickly back to you. So you might not get the whole thing out, but this one's really good, and it'll make him feel like when he reads this, he'll start to feel just really good about you and about your conversation. Notice, we're giving him a couple compliments here, right? Like the feeling so safe, so comfortable, right? So guys, we talk about this a lot in some of our videos, but guys they want to feel like men, right? They want to feel like they can be a man for you in your life. And by saying things like safe, you make me feel so safe, so comfortable. That's like just music to a guy's ears. So whenever you get a chance, those are really good compliments that you can send to a guy. And so, like I said, just, take kind of the essence of that text message when you're sending it. And when I get done with this video, I just remembered I forgot to put all the text messages in the description, but when I get done with this video, I'll put them all in the description, so you'll have them all for you and you don't have to write them down or anything. I look like a teenager with my new hairstyle. Thanks. Yeah, everybody likes my hair. Everybody's liking my hair. Thanks. Hey, Kathy. hey. We got a couple people from London, Minnesota. Gina, hey. Yes. These are if you're in a good place with a guy. So these aren't text messages that you send to a guy if things are going badly. These are text messages that you send to a guy if things are going well. Hey, Anya. Anya's here with us today. She's probably going to be on our videos here in the future pretty soon. A lot more. So, hey, Anya. So, Gina, Canada. Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia. Hey. All right. So, I want to get to number 2. So, text message number 2. This is the second text message that I'm going to give you is a text message to kind of like inspire his imagination. And so these can be really, really good with a guy because guys tend to be pretty visual. And so they like to see things in their mind, and you can kind of give them little suggestions. Sometimes they'll pick up on them, sometimes they won't. This one right here is a pretty good one. So here's how it goes. There's kind of 2 different versions of it. The first one is, it's so cold tonight, I wish I could warm up. Right. And so when a guy hears something like that, what he thinks is, I want to warm her up, right? I want to be close to her. I want to help her. Like, it's kind of like the idea of like putting the jacket, a guy putting a jacket on a girl when she's cold and walking with her when she's cold. So basically you're kind of initiating this feeling for him of wanting to do something to warm you up. And so the second version of this same text message, you're getting 2 in 1 here. 2 in 1 is, it's so hot tonight, I need a shower, but it's been fun talking to you. Good night. And so basically what you're doing is you're sparking this imagination for him of you taking a shower. Anytime you can send him something where you can spark his imagination like that, it can be really good, right? So even if you're like, you're talking and he's like, hey, I want you to come out and hang out with me or whatever. And you're like, oh, I'm, in my pajamas right now, or I just took a shower, or anything where you can kind of say things where in his mind mentally, he starts thinking of you naked. It can be a really, really powerful thing for him, because then that's on his mind, and he'll just sit there and think about that on his mind. And so that can be a really powerful one. Hi from Nigeria. Like the hair. People like my hair right now. Cool. It's good feedback. People like my hair. I appreciate that. Okay, so this next one that we have here is better to use in a relationship, kind of later in a relationship, after there's been some trust that's been established and you're sure that he likes you. But it's a good way to kind of remind him that you like him, right? So there's a lot of kind of bad dating advice out there, and we talked about this in our last live stream. There's a lot of bad dating advice out there where they tell you to like not show interest in a guy and not show a guy that you like him. I think that's just horribly bad dating advice. So I do recommend that you let a guy know that you like him and that you're attracted to him physically, sexually, romantically, in a lot of different ways, right? Because it makes him feel like he's winning, like he can move forward, like he can pursue you and go for the type of relationship that he wants to have with you. Okay, so here's the text message for this one. It goes like this. You're going to think it's silly, but I still get butterflies in my tummy when I talk to you. I always thought you were a cool guy. Good night. And then his name. And so, like I said, this one's better to send him after you've been dating for a little while. It kind of like, when a guy reads something like this and you guys have been seeing each other for a while, not only does it remind him that you like him, but it also reminds him that he's kind of attractive to you. And when he gets this, you know, things are going well and everything's going well with you guys at the time, it almost immediately he'll probably get a smile on his face, and he'll start feeling warm. He'll start feeling a little bit of the butterflies in himself, and just feeling like, you know, when guys want to feel like they're attractive, like they're, you know, cool, like they're interesting, like they're all of those things. You know, we talk about guys' egos and stuff. Definitely not going to be sleeping the whole night after the yeah, right. Hey Natasha, you're new. Welcome. All right, so here's another one. Here's the fifth text message that we're going to do here. This one's kind of bold. It's kind of a bold text message, but it works if, like we said, you use it later on and under the guise of falling asleep. And I'll give you another version that you can use of this as well, which is really good. But basically it goes like this. I wish you were in bed next to me. I'd love to fall asleep in your arms. Good night. Right. And so this is kind of like, again, getting him the visual, making him think about being next to you, making him think about having you in his arms, right? There's another one out there that I have where I talk about like using his chest as a pillow. And you can say stuff like that, and it really, it makes guys feel it makes them feel really warm. It makes them feel like, you know, like we were talking about before, like he's attractive to you, and it's really powerful and it's good, and he'll be thinking about you. And that's kind of the whole point. That's the whole point. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm handsome, huh? Thanks. From Ethiopia. Welcome. On spot. Thank you. What about long distance texting? Yeah, you know, I was thinking about putting together a whole kind of like system on the long distance texting thing, because there's been a lot of people that get long distance. They're in long distance relationships these days because the world is getting so much smaller. Yet, you know, we're still kind of we can still be far away from each other in these relationships, and so I get the whole long distance thing, and we'll talk more about long distance relationships on this channel in the future. So we'll be talking about that, but these aren't specifically for that, although some of them you could definitely use for stuff like that. All right, so let's go on to number 6. Number 6 is another kind of hinting kind of text message that you're going to be sending him. And basically it goes like this. You say, night, sweet dreams. I hope you dream something tasty, delicious, and sweet. And then do a winky face, right? And basically what you're doing is you're kind of evoking his senses. And it's kind of this ambiguous text where he's not going to be really he's going to be like, is she talking? Because when guys think about women that they want, when they think about women that they're attracted to, they get these kind of different sensual experiences that come up for them, right? So a lot of times they'll look at a woman that they like, and you'll hear things like, oh, I'd eat her up, or I'd, you know, love to you know, do whatever, because there's all these different kind of things that happen when a guy is with a woman that he's attracted to, right? He has all these smells that come up from her body and her, and when he's kissing her, and he gets these tastes in his mouth, right? And for a man, a lot of times it's like this, it tastes to him like it's sweet. It smells to him like it's sweet and tasty and delicious. And so kind of hitting on those like sensations, those sensational experiences that he has, and kind of talking to that can make him feel like, can make him feel those things while he's sitting there reading his text message and thinking, oh man, like I love this right now. I love this right now. So that's that one. And so let's go on to number 7. So number 7 is more of like a rewarding text, and it's showing appreciation for him and his humor. And so men like to be rewarded for things, right? So there's kind of there's kind of these analogies out there, and it's funny because we're all humans, right? We're humans, and a lot of times I think we like to think that we're kind of like above being like animals or being even humans sometimes, like we're some kind of like above that spiritual being, but really we have primal urges, right? We have these kind of animalistic instincts and these things that that work, the same way that they work with like animals sometimes, right? And so one of the things that you want to do with men is you want to reward them, right? You want to reward them for things that they do that you like, and you want to make sure that you're not rewarding them for things that they do that you don't like, right? And so rewarding, so this text is kind of a rewarding text. That was kind of a long explanation for what this text message is about. So this text message, I'm just going to read it to you, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about it, and then we'll go on to the next one. And here it goes. I was rereading some of your texts at work. I was smiling to myself, and people were asking what was so funny. I couldn't tell them. You shouldn't be so funny while I'm working. Good night. Behave tomorrow. Right? And so basically what you're saying is you had a conversation with him and it was making you smile when you're at work. And so, when you think of a man that you like and you think, I want to send him a text message that makes him smile, or I want to send him a text message that makes him think about me, or I want to send him a text message that makes him want me more, right? Men want to feel the same way about you. If you go to any of the men's dating YouTube channels, they have topics that are very similar to kind of the topics that we talk about, because we're all humans and we all kind of want a lot of the same things. And so, what this text is doing is what you're telling him is that what he did worked, right? His text messages that he sent you worked, and now you're smiling about it, and you were smiling so much that people were asking what was funny, right? And I don't know if you've ever had that happen. I was on a plane a couple months ago flying to Europe, and I was watching this movie and I was like laughing so much during the movie that I had people afterwards like ask me what the movie was so that they could know and go and watch the movie. And so basically what you're telling him is that it was so like, it made you feel so good and it was making you smile so much that other people around you were noticing. Because a lot of people, we live in a day and age where a lot of people are just walking through life and they're just miserable and they're not happy and they're not enjoying life. And then you're there at work, which may not be necessarily like a happy place, and you're smiling and you're enjoying yourself, and you can't tell your coworkers what you're smiling about because it's a text message conversation that you had with this guy. So anyway, it's a good text message. You can try that one out. Rewarded and appreciated. Yeah, absolutely. So, all right. So what are we on? We're on number 8. Let's do number 8 here. So number 8 is kind of a very simple one, simple but sweet. And it's when a guy likes you, this could be something where maybe it's not as late in the relationship. Maybe it's something a little bit earlier. Maybe you guys were trying to have a conversation, but you've been busy and you just wanted to send him a text message to kind of keep him thinking about you and connect with him in some way. And so here's what you're going to say. You're going to say, long day, so tired, but I didn't want to go without saying good night. So good night. Talk soon. right? And so, like I said, it's a really simple, quick comment, but it's designed to make him think or feel, and not even necessarily respond. All these messages that I'm giving you right now, they aren't necessarily there for him to respond, but they're there to send him something and make him think about you and make him feel something, or make him imagine something, or, like we were talking about before, make him experience something. Because when he's experiencing these things that he likes, he'll want to do that more. He'll want to experience that more. And so he'll want to have more conversations with you. And, sometimes when you send stuff like this, he might even be like, whoa, like, let's talk right now. Like, since you're thinking about me, and, you just sent this to me and now I'm feeling this way, I want to continue the conversation. So that was that. Anybody have any questions about anything? Welcome to all of our new people. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to make sure that you get make sure you get notified of any of our live streams that are coming up and any of our videos that are coming out. And so, all right. Yep. I think that was it. So thank you, everybody, for being here today. And I will speak with you again soon.